Okay, let's do some past paper questions now. This question is from C1 module, May 2014, question 9. So for the part A, they want us to find the equation for the line 2. So they want us to find this line here. And for the part A, the information that I have at the moment is that these two lines are perpendicular. What does that mean? So the angle between these two lines is 90 degrees. And this line here is passing through the origin. So this one is 0 and 0. Okay, so the gradient for the first line here, always remember the equation for the line is y equals to mx plus c. Try to make it into this form first before try to get the gradient. Okay, so 2x plus 3y equals to 26. From there, 3y equals to 26 minus 2x, because I just subtract 2x for the both sides. And y would be equals to 26 over 3 minus 2 over 3x. Okay, now pretty obvious. Y will be equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 26 over 3. And the value sticking with the value x would be dm. Right? So m would be equals to minus 2 over 3 for the line 1. Therefore, if it is perpendicular, what should we do? Basically, minus 1 over minus 2 over 3 will be equals to 3 over 2. It's actually another easy way to remember it. Basically, this one is numerator, right? And this one is denominator. Swap these two values, okay? And then you will get minus 3 over 2. Right? Minus 3 over 2 just times the whole thing by negative 1 would be 3 over 2. Okay, so this one here would be the gradient for line 2. And for the line number 2 would be equals to y equals to mx plus c, right? And just put this value into their gradient. Y equals to 3 over 2 x plus c. And the other important information we have is they pass through the origin. So basically, when x is equals to 0, y will be also equals to 0. So 0 equals to 3 over 2 times 0 plus c, and therefore c would be equals to 0. The final equation for the line number 2 would be, just substitute this c here back into this value here. 3 over 2x, and here would be the answer for part A. And for the part B, they want us to find the area of the triangle OBC. So they want us to find the area of this triangle here. Okay, so the area of the triangle is the height times the base and divided by 2, right? So for the point B here, okay, so first thing first, we have to know the y coordinate of point B and the x coordinate of point C, because basically if you rotate this triangle 90 degrees to the left, then it basically looks something like this. This one is B, and this one is C, and this one is origin. So how do we get this length? All we have to do is to find the point B. And how do we get the point B? So for the line number 1, if we substitute x equals to 0 back into this equation here, okay, 0 plus 3y equals to 26. When x equals to 0, 0 plus 3y equals to 26. From there, 3y would be equals to 26. Y will be equals to 26 over 3. So the length here would be 26 over 3. And for the y coordinate of C, how do we get that? It's actually the intersection, the point that where two lines intersect. So we know that y equals to 3 over 2. Wait, actually this one here should be, this one here should be y equals to 3 over 2x. So yeah, this one should be the final answer for the part A. And this one is the equation for line 2, and line 1 would be 2x plus 3y equals to 26. So basically all we have to do to get to find the coordinate x is to substitute this y back into this equation here. So it would look something like this. (2x plus 9 over 2x would be 13 over 2x equals to 26, and x will be equals to 4. Therefore, the height of this triangle would be 4. And the next step would be the height times the base divided by 2 would be 4 times 26 over 3 and divided by 2. The final answer would be 52 over 3. And here's the area for the triangle OBC. Okay, for the marking, it carries 4 marks for part A and 6 marks for part B. So for part A, I guess 1 mark is for the method of showing the y equals to mx plus c, and the other mark is for the working. 1 mark for getting the correct gradient, and 1 mark is for writing the final correct equation. Okay, for the part B, it carries 6 marks. So 1 point is for getting correct point for B, and 1 point is for getting correct point for C. 2 mark is for the working, I guess. 1 mark is for the method, and 1 mark is for the final correct answer for part B. Okay, let's try this question. This question here is from C1 module, June 2009, question 8. Okay, so for the part A, they want us to find the equation of L, this one here, in form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are a integer. Okay, so all we know at the moment is the point A is here and the point B is here. The line L passed through the point A and is perpendicular to the line AB. Okay, so first thing first we have to know is to get to know the gradient of the line AB. So the gradient for this line here is m equals to, let's assume that this one is y2 and this one is y1 and x2 x1. Okay, so 7 minus 2 over 6 minus 8 would be 5 over negative 2. Okay, so because the line L is perpendicular to the line AB, so all we have to do is to get the gradient for the line. So it is minus 1 over the m. The m is this value here. So it would be negative 1 over 5 over negative 2. So which would be 2 over 5. Basically just swap the numerator and the denominator and times the whole thing by negative 1. Therefore, for the line L, y equals to mx plus c. And the m is 2 over 5. And from there, we know that the line L is passing through the point A, right? So when the x is 6, the y would be, the y would be 7. So just substitute x and y into this equation here in order to find the c value, and then substitute back into this equation to write the complete equation. So 7 equals to 2 over 5 times 6 plus c. 7 equals to 12 over 5 plus c. And c would be 23 over 5. And now we have to substitute back this c into this here. Y equals to 2 over 5x plus 23 over 5. And this one here would be the equation for L. Okay, for the part B. Given that L intersects the y-axis at the point C, so it is here. Find the coordinate of C. Okay, so simple. This one here is sticking with the x-axis, right? So all we have to do is to substitute x equals to 0. When x equals to 0, y equals to 2 over 5 times 0 plus 23 over 5, which would be 23 over 5. The point C would be x and 23 over 5. Oh wait, by the way, this equation here should be written as 2x minus 5y plus 23 equals to 0. Because for question A, they want us to write it in form of this here. Okay, for the part C, they want us to find the area of OCB. What is OCB? So OC and B. Basically, this area here. So how are we gonna get this? So all we have to do is to, rotate the whole graph by 90 degrees to the left first. So it will look something like this, the graph. This one here would be C, this one here would be B, and this one here would be the origin. Okay, so we all know that the y coordinate of C is 23 over 5, right? So the base, the length of the base is 23 over 5. And the area of a triangle is the base times the height and divided by 2. So the base is 23 over 5, and the height is, the x coordinate of b would be 8. So the answer would be 23 over 5 times 8 times 1 over 2 would be 18.4. Okay, let's do the marking now. So it carries 4 marks for part A, 2 marks for B, and 2 marks for C. So I guess 1 mark is for finding the gradient for AB, and another mark is for perpendicular. 1 mark is for working, and 1 mark is for the final equation here. So for part B, it carries 2 marks. So 1 mark is for the method, substitute x equals to 0, and another mark is for finding the y coordinate and also the coordinate of C. And for part C, it carries 2 marks. So I guess 1 mark is for method and 1 mark is for the final answer. Okay, let's try this. This question here is from C1 module, June 2013, question 6. Okay, so for the part A, they want us to find the equation of L1 in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are integer. Okay, so for part A here, first thing we have to do is to get the gradient between these 2 points. So the first point here is -1 and 3, and the other point is 11 and 12, right? And the gradient m would be equals to, let's assume this one is y2 and y1, x2 and x1, okay? 12 minus 3 over 11 minus -1 would be, 12 minus 3 would be 9 over 11 minus -1 would be 12. It would be equals to 3 over 4. From there, y equals to mx plus c, right? M would be the gradient and c would be the y-intercept. Y equals to 3 over 4 x plus c. And now just substitute any point you want. Okay, let's say if I want to substitute this point, okay, -1 and 3. So when x is equals to -1, y would be equals to 3, okay? And 3 equals to 3 over 4 times -1 plus c. 3 equals to -1 times 3 over 4 would be minus 3 over 4 plus c. And c would be equals to 15 over 4. The next step is to, when I already know the c value, just put this value back into this equation. So y equals to 3 over 4x plus 15 over 4. And now just time everything by 4 would be 4y equals to 3x plus 15. And now we have to make it in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so just move everything to one side. So let's say if I move this value to the right, would be 0 equals to 3x minus 4y plus 15 would be equals to ax plus bx plus c equals to 0. So a would be 3, b would be -4, and c would be 15. And for the part B, the line of L2 has equation 3y plus 4x minus 30 equals to 0. And they want us to find the intersection between this equation here and this equation here. Okay, so we already know that this equation here can be written as y equals to 3 over 4x plus 15 over 4, right? So the first line would be equals to y equals to 3 over 4x plus 15 over 4. And the other line would be 3y plus 4x minus 30 equals to 0. And now all we have to do is to substitute this y into this y here. So it would be 3 times 3 over 4x plus 15 over 4, close the brackets, plus 4x minus 30 equals to 0. From there, 3 times 3 would be 9. 9 over 4x plus 3 times 15 would be 45 over 4 plus 4x minus 30 equals to 0. And next step would be 9 over 4 plus 4 would be 25 over 4x. And 45 over 4 minus 30 would be minus 75 over 4 equals to 0. From there, just time everything by 4 first. So it would be 25x minus 75 equals to 0. And 25x would be equals to 75. And x would be equals to 3. But we also need to find the y coordinate. So let's substitute this x back into this x. So y would be equals to 3 over 4 times 3 plus 15 over 4 would be equals to 6. And here's the x coordinate and here's the y coordinate. So the point would be 3 and 6. So 4 marks for part A and 3 marks for part B. And I guess 1 mark is for the method for getting the gradient first. 1 mark is for y equals to mx plus c, also method. 1 mark is for working, and I guess 1 mark is for the final correct answer. And for the part B, 1 mark is for the method by substitute this y into the L2, and 1 mark is for working on the x value, and another mark is for working on the y value. Okay, let's do one more question here and then we're done with this topic. This question here is from a C1 module, May 2012, question 9. And for the part A, they want us to find the x coordinate of the point A. So here's the equation, the original equation. So the way to do this is to substitute 4 into the y. So here it is. Four times 4 will be 16 plus 3 equals to 2x. And 16 plus 3 will be 19 equals to 2x. And x would be equals to 19 divided by 2. And to the part B, there's another line called L2 pass through the point of the C, which is 2 and 4, and is perpendicular to L1. And they want us to find the equation for L2 and give the answer in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are integer. Okay, so first thing first we have to know is to get to know about the gradient of the line 2 first. So the gradient for the line 1 is, let's make it in a form of y equals to mx plus c first. And for the line 1, 4y plus 3 equals to 2x. And 4y equals to 2x minus 3. From there, y would be equals to 1 over 2x minus 3 over 4. Because 2 divided by 4 would be 1 over 2, and 3 divided by 4 would be 3 over 4. So here's the equation for line 1. So we know that the gradient is 1 over 2, right? And the gradient for line 2, because it is perpendicular to line 1. So it should be minus 1 over m. And the m should be the original gradient, which is 1 over 2, the gradient of line 1. Next up would be minus 1 over 2 would be negative 2. Carry on part B. The equation for the line 2 would be y equals to, the m is negative 2, so it's negative 2x plus c. Now we have to find the c. We all know that the line 2 passed through the points C, where when x is 2, y is 4. So when x is equals to 2, y will be equals to 4. Just put these two values back into this equation. 4 equals to minus 2 times 2 plus c. 4 equals to negative 4 plus c. C would be 8. Okay, so we substitute back this value into this c here. We got the line 2 would be y equals to negative 2x plus 8. And here's the answer for part B. And from there, we need to write it in the form of ax plus by plus c. So it would be minus 2x. I'm just going to move this value to the right. Minus y plus 8 equals to 0. So we all know that a is negative 2, b is negative 1, and c is 8. And for part C, the line of L1 and the line of L2 intersect at the point D. Okay, so basically these two lines are crossing each other. Okay, so we all know that the line 1 can be written as y equals to 1 over 2x minus 3 over 4, right? So y equals to 1 over 2x minus 3 over 4. And the other line would be y equals to this one here, minus 2x plus 8. From there, all we have to do is to substitute this y into this y value first, and then get to know the x first, and then we'll find the y later. So 1 over 2x minus 3 over 4 equals to minus 2x plus 8. 1 over 2 plus 2 would be 5 over 2x equals to 8 plus 3 over 4 would be 35 over 4. And when 3 over 4 divided by 5 over 2 would be 3.5. And for the y, just substitute this value back into either this value here or this one here. So let's say this one here, okay? Negative 2 times 3.5 plus 8 would be negative 2 times 3.5 would be negative 7. Negative 7 plus 8 would be 1. So the y coordinate would be 1. Therefore, the D point would be 3.5 and 1. Okay, to the part D. They want us to show the length of CD is 3 times root 5 over 2. So the C point would be here, and the D point would be the answer from part C. Okay, so C point would be 2 and 4. CD would be, let's assume that this one is Y2 and this one is X2, okay? It actually doesn't matter. You can say this one is Y2 and this one is X2. It doesn't matter. But if this one is X2, I'm gonna make this one as X1 and Y1. So all we have to do is to make X2 subtract X1. So it will be 3.5 minus 2 square plus Y2 minus Y1 will be 1 minus 4 square. The final answer should be 2.25 plus 9, which would be equals to root 11.25, which is 45 over 4. Okay, from there, it can become root 9 times root 5 over root 4. And root 9 would be 3, root 5, and root 4 will be 2. So here's the length for CD. Okay, for the part E, they want us to find the area for ACBE. So there's another point called E that lies on line 2 such that the length of the CDE is 3 times the length of CD. Okay, so it would be a lot easier if you draw a graph. Okay, so for the part E here, I'm gonna draw a graph. This one will be Y and this one will be X. So basically all we know is for the point A, B, C, D, E. Okay, let's say for the point A first. Point A is the answer for part A, which is 19 over 2, which is 9.5 for the X coordinate, and 4. And for the point B, we have got no idea yet, so I'm just gonna make it X and Y. And for the point C, it said it is 2 and 4, right? So 2 and 4. From here, we already know that point A and point C are at the same level because they are having the same Y coordinate. So for the part D, point D, it is the intersect of these two lines. So it should be the answer from part C, which is 3.5 and 1. And for the part E, I've got no idea as well. Okay, so let's draw this two graph first. It should look something like this. This one here should be line 1, and this one here should be line 2. And here should be the point D, where they intersect each other. Okay, so for the point A, it is 9.5 and 4, so it should be somewhere around here. And for the line 2 here, let's say when x is equals to 0, then the y coordinate should be 8. And when y is equals to 0, then 8 would be moving to the left, which would be negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 2 would be 4. So this point here should be 4. And for the line 1 here, if I put 0 to the x, then I will probably get minus 3 over 4 to the y-intercept. So this one here should be minus 3 over 4. And if I put y equals to 0, then this minus 3 over 4 would be moving to the left, and 3 over 4 divided by 1 over 2 would be 1.5. So this point here should be 1.5. Okay, so for the point A, it lies on the line 1. So when it is 9.5, then the value should be 4. Let's say here, okay, somewhere around here. And this value here should be 4. Right here. And for the part C, it is at the same level as point A. So when it lies on the line 2. So it would be when the x is 2, the y would be 4. So it should lie somewhere around here. And they are at the same level. So next, point D is the intersection. So it would be here. And they want us to find the area for ACBE. So let's say this one is A, this one is C, and this one is D, and which one is B? Okay, I guess this one would be B because the length of AB would be root 80. Okay, as you can see, the point A here is 9.5 and 4, right? So the height should be 4 and the y-intercept should be 9.5. And the point where the line 1 hit the y-intercept would be 1.5. So let's assume that 9.5 minus 1.5 would be 8. So this one would be 8. Let's use the Pythagoras theorem. This one is 8 and this one is 4. Then what is the distance for D? D squared would be equals to 80. Because 8 squared plus 4 squared would be 80. So D would be root 80. It is actually same as here. So I'm pretty sure that the length of AB, the B point, would be in the y-intercept. So this one here should be B. And here's the other line. And one more point that is called E. CDE, which is CD and E. So E should be somewhere around here. Is equals to the 3 times of the length of CD. So CD is here, and 3 times should be 1, 2, and 3. So E should be somewhere around here. And I don't exactly know the coordinates, but it doesn't matter. I will tell you why later. Yeah, so it should look something like this. Okay, A, C, B, E. And as we all know, for the part D, they want us to show the length of the CD already. So it should be 3 times root 5 over 2. So the length should be here. From there, we can see there are actually 2 triangles. One, okay, I'm going to use 2 color. We can see 2 triangles, 1 here and 2. One is for red and one is for purple. Okay, so let's say for the ABC, okay, for the triangle ABC, which is the red area. We already know that the length of CD is 3 times root 5 over 2. And the area for the triangle is the height times the base divided by 2. So the height would be 3 root 5 over 2 times the base. The base would be AB, which is root 80. And divided by 2 times 1 over 2. And for the purple area, which is A, B, and E, equals to the base, which is root 80, times the height, which is 3 times the length of CD. So if this one here is 1 and 2 and 3, okay? So the heights for C and E would be twice the height as C and D. So it should be 2 times this length. So 2 times 3 over 2 would be 3 already. So 3 root 5 and divided by 2. So this one here would be 3 root 5 divided by 2 times 0.5 times root 80 would be 15. And for this area, ABE, if you times all this value together, you'll probably get 30. So basically, if you add this area and this area together, 15 plus 30 would end up getting 45. And this one here should be the final answer for part E. Okay, for the marking, this question here carries 15 marks in total, and for the part A, it carries 1 mark, part B, 5 marks, part C, 3 marks, part D, 3 marks, and part E, 3 marks. So for the part A, if you get this one right, then 1 mark. And for part B, it carries 3 marks. So I guess 1 mark is for the method, and 1 mark is for getting the right gradient for the perpendicular, and 1 mark is for another method, y equals to mx plus c. 1 mark is for working, and last mark is for cleaning the answer up. And for the part C, it carries 3 marks. So I guess 1 mark is for substitution, 1 mark is for getting the x coordinate, another mark is for the y coordinate. And for the part D, 3 marks. So 1 mark is for the method, 1 mark is for the working, and another mark is for getting the correct final answer. And for the part E, 1 mark is for the method, 1 mark is for working out 2 areas, and 1 mark is for adding up 2 areas.